Well, I-55 is now open, but the actual crash itself still a shock to people living nearby.
Breaks my heart to see what happened. And you say it's 6 dead. It's awful. You see some of the cars over there, just how bad it was. Pray for the families.
Between 40 and 60 vehicles were involved in the crash. Joining us now with more on that is Illinois State Police Director Brendan Kelly. Good morning to you. And first, let's talk about the conditions as of right now. Has traffic reopened there?
Yeah, good morning, ma'am. Yes, our folks have been working very hard all through the night since this terrible event occurred yesterday morning. And now finally around 6 a.m. this morning, traffic is open on Interstate 55 in this area again.
Now, of course, one of the big questions I think everyone is asking at this point is, if you're a driver, what do you do if you get caught in something like this?
Well, look, anytime you have an accident or a terrible event like this, or even just one accident involving just two vehicles, speed is often a factor. So whatever the conditions are, even if you think you're going below the speed limit or you're going a reasonable speed, if suddenly you lose the ability to see what's going on around you, you need to slow down. If you can get off the interstate, if you can exit safely, that's a good thing to do. If you can get off to the side of the road, do that. Whatever you do, don't just stop right in the middle of the interstate. Try to get away from the flow of traffic. And again, in all these circumstances, speed is a factor. People may think they're not going very fast, but if you can't see what you're doing, you can't see the other hundreds of objects, the other 100 moving objects that are around you, vehicles are going up and down the interstate, then you're not able to drive safely. So slowing down is absolutely a key factor in these circumstances.
It's so tragic because, of course, those decisions have to be made in a split second, and most people had never experienced anything like this. Are you able to talk about the range of injuries? I know you had injuries from people from 2 to 80.
Yeah, the age is just like any section of the interstate in the United States of America. You're going to have people traveling from all over the country, people from all walks of life going to the places that they need to get to. And that was true certainly in this case. And we have people from all ages. Unfortunately, the injuries are fairly extensive, from minor injuries up to 6 fatalities. So this was a very tragic, very unexpected, very unique, pretty rare event. And a terrible event for the families that have been affected. And we're praying for them, and we're doing everything we can to make sure we are identifying the remains of individuals who were killed at this scene, and making sure we're informing next of kin and caring for the individuals that needed to be cared for as a result of this accident.
Yeah, it's unique to be involved in, but it's also unique to investigate. What do you all do?
Well, look, our traffic crash reconstruction folks are experts at this. Our crime scene investigators are experts at this. Our troopers, who are first responders, are trained to be able to respond to these circumstances, and they responded very quickly. They responded very professionally. We had 30-plus other agencies that assisted in this circumstance, and we're very grateful for their assistance, of our EMTs, fire services, the coroner's offices, who have been very professional in helping us. Those things are all critical to the response to these terrible disasters, which can occur. Again, it's rare to see this type of circumstance where it's just dust as a result of normal agricultural activity combined with high winds. You got a north-south road that is running north and south and cuts perpendicular to winds that were coming out of the west. So a lot of unusual circumstances came together, but our folks, as they respond to this, they know how to investigate these things, these scenes. They're experts at it. But first and foremost, they're looking at making sure they're caring for the people that have been injured, being able to identify the remains of people that have been killed, and then doing the slow, meticulous, detailed work of understanding exactly what happened as much as we can. Again, we have no reason to believe at this stage that there's anything criminal or anything that's negligent. But obviously, we have 6 people who have lost their lives. We have to do everything we possibly can to do our due diligence, to document, investigate, and make sure we have as much answers as possible about what happened here yesterday morning.
Well, thank you so much for what you do and for updating us this morning.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.